So my EFT journey and how it started. These are one of those moments in life where you're like, what if? Because if I hadn't met this person at this particular time, at this particular point in my life, I honestly don't think I would be basically doing EFT right now. And it's always that case of like, well, what if I didn't go to the gym that day? Or what if I, it's so strange. So I was in the steam room at my gym, just happily, just sitting there, minding my own business, when I overheard a woman talking about EFT, and she was trying to explain it to this young guy who was also in the steam room. And I was like, oh, I know a bit about EFT. Now, I knew a little bit about EFT because my mum studied it and she used it on me, so I kind of knew a little bit about it. Slightly butted into the conversation and I was like, oh, EFT, is that the thing with the tapping? And she was like, yeah, it is. And basically we just started speaking about it, and eventually the young guy who she was originally speaking to obviously got the information he needed and then sort of left. And then I was kind of left with this woman and myself, and we were in the steam room, and I kid you not, we were in the steam room for longer than you should be in a steam room, because she was just so passionate about it and she just literally inspired me so much. She did eventually say, like, shall we get out of the steam room so we don't literally shrivel to prunes? And I was like, yes, that's absolutely fine. So we continued the conversation outside of the steam room, and she just spoke about how EFT completely changed people's lives, how she travels all over the world to give group sessions. She's traveled to Portugal, India, New York. I was just so, what's the word? Captivated, is that the word? Just so enticed in what this woman was saying. And she'd done case studies on EFT and she couldn't believe the results of it. I was just so inspired. She said to me, oh, I'm doing a course soon in EFT. Would you be interested? And I was like, yeah. And so she gave me her details. She told me sort of roughly when the next EFT course will be. Honestly, since that meetup, my life changed completely. I wanted to be an actor/singer. When I met her, I was like, EFT sounds amazing. I want to travel all over the world, all this kind of stuff. And she was just so inspiring and so passionate about her job that you couldn't help but get sort of engrossed in what she was saying. Yeah, that's kind of how my EFT journey started. It's just so weird because it really is that what if. Once again, what if I had not gone to the gym that day? What if I decided, instead of going into the steam room, I decided to go into the sauna? It's all these what ifs in life. That particular sort of meetup and that particular incident really does make me think, does fate exist? Or is this by chance and coincidence and for some reason I've just hooked onto it? But it was really, really strange because I think what was the most prominent thing is obviously I'd been introduced to EFT in relation to my mum, because my mum studied it. But it never really clicked for me. It never really sort of resonated with me. And then until I met this woman, I was just completely and utterly engrossed by it. I was just, wow, this sounds amazing. And actually currently I was looking, weirdly, this is why I love Law of Attraction so much and why I'm such a massive fan of Law of Attraction. Because around that time, I was trying to find a therapist that would work for me. I'd already had a therapy session and it was great, but for some reason I was still trying to figure out, well, how am I going to pay for these therapy sessions? How am I going to sort of discover new therapies and stuff like that? And she happened to just pop into my life at the right time. It's just And also the great thing about EFT as well is you can work on it yourself. And I think that's another reason why I loved EFT so much, is she said that you can work on yourself. You know, you can have sessions, but you can also work EFT on yourself. And I thought this is amazing. So not only can I get sessions, but I can also, you know, work on my problems on my own using this technique. And I thought, you know, that's going to save money, that's going to save time. And I was just, honestly, I was on board. I was so on board. Yeah, so that's kind of how my EFT journey began. I do find it fascinating because when I met her was in July, and when I filmed this video right now, it's now June 2020. So it's kind of been a year since I met her, and I kid you not, this year has completely, like, knowing EFT has completely changed my life and completely changed my internal script, my internal energetic script about myself. Since then, I have learned so much about myself. I have released so much tension. I have made peace with so much trauma in my life that I literally, if you saw me last year to how I am now, I would be a completely different person. Honest to God, I would be a completely different person. So yeah, that is how my EFT story began. I'm going to hopefully each month reveal a bit more about my EFT journey, because I think it's quite fascinating, and I think it will help other people kind of see how effective EFT is and what it's done for my life as well as other people's lives. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. So yeah, I do hope you like this video, and I will see you on the next video. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.